AudioBooksTube is glad to produce, publish, and offer Money Miracles Activation by Sage D. Esotreasure. In a world where practicality and logic reign supreme, the idea of miracles often seems out of place. Yet, beneath the surface of our structured lives, miracles persist, hidden in the everyday moments, waiting to be noticed. These aren't the grand, earth-shattering events often associated with the word miracle, but they are no less significant. In fact, they can be as simple as a timely phone call, a chance encounter, or a sudden burst of inspiration that changes everything. Today, I want to take you on a journey, an exploration of how miracles manifest in our lives, especially when it comes to something we all deal with, money. The goal here is not to just talk about miracles, but to help you activate miraculous money in your life. What does that mean? It means shifting your perspective and embracing a reality where money doesn't come through the rigid channels of hard work and strategic planning alone. Money can, and often does, appear in ways that defy conventional expectations. As I speak, each word is designed to open up that reality for you, to shift your belief system, to activate the possibility of receiving money in ways you may have never considered. It's an odd thing, this relationship we have with money. Most of us view it as something earned through labor, discipline, and careful budgeting. There's truth to that, but it's not the whole story. Money, like many things in life, also responds to our beliefs and our openness to the miraculous. Think about the entrepreneur on the brink of financial collapse who receives a life-changing investment at the last moment, or the person who stumbles upon a rare and valuable artifact. These aren't just strokes of luck. They are what I like to call financial miracles, events that go beyond logic and planning, driven by forces unseen but deeply felt. I've experienced this firsthand. There was a month when I was terrified that I might lose my home. I owed $4,000 in rent, and I had nothing. No savings, no emergency fund, just the looming threat of eviction. It's hard to stay positive in moments like that, but I tried to keep my thoughts aligned with the possibility of a miracle. Cognitive dissonance set in, as it does for most people, when the gap between reality and belief feels too wide. But I pushed through. Incredibly, within days, I received money through 6 different transactions, none of which I had expected. By the final day, I had exactly $4,001, just enough to cover my rent. That was nothing short of a miracle. The experience taught me something powerful about the nature of money and miracles. They are not separate, but intertwined. Financial miracles aren't random acts of chance. They are the universe's way of responding to our needs and desires when we align ourselves with a higher state of being. This episode isn't just about feel-good stories or vague spiritual concepts. It's a practical guide for inviting financial miracles into your life. Whether you're struggling with debt, seeking to grow your wealth, or simply looking for a healthier relationship with money, I aim to show you a new way of thinking, one where the miraculous is as real as the mundane. As you begin this journey, it's crucial to redefine what you understand about miracles themselves. Traditionally, miracles are often depicted as divine interventions, like the parting of seas or the sudden healing of the blind. These powerful images have shaped how many of us think about the miraculous. However, in modern times, our definition of miracles has evolved. Today, we might see a miracle in the unexpected recovery of a loved one, in narrowly escaping a car accident, or in a series of fortunate events that lead to an opportunity we couldn't have imagined. These moments, while explainable by natural means, still feel extraordinary to those who experience them. There's a tension here, a kind of push and pull between scientific reasoning and spiritual belief. Science, with its focus on evidence and repeatable outcomes, tends to explain away miracles as improbable but possible events. Yet, even within the framework of science, we leave room for the unknown, those rare occurrences that defy our current understanding. Spiritual traditions, on the other hand, emphasize faith, intention, and unseen forces at work in the universe. They teach us that miracles are not violations of natural law, but expressions of higher laws, laws we are only just beginning to understand. Regardless of whether you lean toward a more scientific or spiritual explanation, certain common threads weave through all interpretations of miracles. At their heart, miracles are unexpected. They bend the rules of what we think is possible, and they challenge the assumptions we hold about the world. They invite us to step out of the familiar and into a place where awe and wonder are possible. And, when it comes to money, they ask us to rethink how wealth can come into our lives. Let's take a closer look at the idea of miraculous money. We're conditioned to believe that wealth is earned, not given. It's something that requires effort, planning, and often sacrifice. But what if there's another layer to that reality? What if money can come to us in ways that don't fit the standard narrative? The key to experiencing miraculous money is being open to the idea that financial abundance can show up in your life through means you never expected. It's about stepping into a flow where you become a co-creator with the universe, aligning your energy with the possibility of receiving. In practical terms, this doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing, waiting for money to fall into your lap. It's about shifting your mindset to one of openness and gratitude, recognizing that miracles are not just rare occurrences but are woven into the fabric of our daily lives. It's about maintaining a high vibration, holding on to the belief that you are worthy of receiving, and taking inspired actions that reflect that belief. Imagine for a moment that your financial life is like a garden. You plant seeds of intention through your thoughts, your words, and your actions. You water those seeds with faith and gratitude, trusting that they will grow into the abundance you desire. Sometimes, it takes time for those seeds to sprout, and other times, a financial miracle can appear overnight like an unexpected bloom. Either way, the energy you put into your financial garden will determine what you receive. So, how do you activate miraculous money? First, it begins with awareness. Pay attention to the small, seemingly insignificant moments where money flows into your life. It could be finding a forgotten $20 in your coat pocket or receiving an unexpected refund. Celebrate those moments, no matter how small, because they signal the opening of a larger flow of abundance. Second, practice gratitude. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to more miracles. When you're grateful for what you have, you send out a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Finally, stay open to possibility. Miraculous money doesn't always come in the form of a sudden windfall. Sometimes, it shows up as an opportunity, a new idea, or a connection with someone who can help you move forward. The more open you are to these possibilities, the more you'll find yourself experiencing financial miracles. In the end, miraculous money is not just about wealth, it's about living in a state of trust and flow, where the universe provides exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. And when you can embrace that reality, you'll find that miracles aren't rare at all. They are, in fact, a natural part of your financial journey. The concept of miracles has intrigued humanity for centuries. What one person may dismiss as a mere coincidence, another might see as a life-changing, divine intervention. When we discuss miracles, especially in the realm of finance, it's important to understand their personal significance. They aren't always about grand gestures or supernatural events. Sometimes, the simplest occurrences, like an unexpected refund or a last-minute financial windfall, can be miracles, depending on the context of a person's life. Miracles can be categorized in various ways, often overlapping into three main types. The first type is divine intervention, where events are attributed to the direct action of a deity or spiritual force. These occurrences are dramatic and often align with one's prayers or spiritual practices. The second type of miracle is synchronicity, or meaningful coincidences. These moments seem too perfectly timed or relevant to be dismissed as chance. They are subtle, but their impact can be profound. The third type could be seen as extraordinary human achievements, feats of skill, creativity, or endurance that push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. In the world of finance, these types of miracles show up in unexpected ways. Think of entrepreneurs who start with nothing but an idea and end up building vast empires. Or the person who overcomes enormous odds to achieve financial freedom. Miracles in this context are about defying expectations, not necessarily supernatural forces. By understanding miracles as part of everyday life, we open our minds to the miraculous potential that surrounds us, especially in our financial lives. It's important to realize that expecting miracles does not mean sitting back and waiting for money to fall into your lap. Instead, it's about co-creating these opportunities by broadening your definition of what's possible and staying open to the extraordinary. Money, at its core, is simply a tool, a medium of exchange used to facilitate transactions and store value. However, our relationship with money is far more complex. It's deeply entwined with our emotions, beliefs, and sense of security. Our relationship with money starts forming long before we earn our first paycheck. As children, we absorb messages about money from our families and the broader culture. These messages shape our beliefs about wealth, scarcity, and financial potential. In some cultures, money is viewed as a source of evil, with wealth often associated with greed or moral corruption. These beliefs can lead to subconscious self-sabotage, where individuals unknowingly push away financial opportunities out of fear. In other cultures, wealth may be seen as a sign of divine favor or personal virtue, fostering a more positive, abundance-oriented mindset. Your cultural background isn't the only factor influencing your relationship with money. Personal experiences are equally powerful. For example, a child who grows up in a household where money is a constant source of stress may develop negative beliefs about finances. These early experiences form the foundation of our emotional connection to money, shaping how we think about security, freedom, and success as adults. For many people, even the thought of checking their bank balance can trigger feelings of anxiety. Others may feel pride or excitement when reviewing their financial status. Fear is a significant factor in many people's financial decisions: fear of loss, fear of not having enough, or fear of missing out. These fears can drive behavior, leading to overly conservative decisions or risky investments. Shame also plays a significant role in financial psychology. Many people feel embarrassed by their debts, spending habits, or perceived financial failures. This shame can be paralyzing, preventing individuals from seeking help or making the changes needed to improve their financial situation. It's essential to understand that financial mistakes don't define your worth or your potential for success. On the flip side, emotions like joy and excitement can contribute positively to your financial relationship. The thrill of a good investment, the satisfaction of reaching a savings goal, or the pleasure of a well-considered purchase can all help reinforce a positive association with money. Cultivating these positive emotions can be a powerful tool for attracting financial abundance. The power of mindset in financial matters cannot be overstated. Our thoughts and beliefs about money have a profound impact on our financial behaviors and outcomes. A scarcity mindset, characterized by the belief that there's never enough, can lead to stress, poor decision-making, and even a self-fulfilling prophecy of lack. In contrast, an abundance mindset, which is based on the belief that opportunities are plentiful, can help you see possibilities that others might overlook. This is where the concept of miraculous money intersects with psychology. By cultivating an abundance mindset, you open yourself to the possibility of financial miracles. When you believe that the universe is abundant and that there is more than enough for everyone, you become more receptive to opportunities and more willing to take the actions needed to capitalize on them. It's also important to recognize that mindset influences how we interpret financial events in our lives. While one person might dismiss a sudden financial gain as a fluke, someone with an open mindset might see it as a sign of greater things to come, a nudge from the universe to take action. This is why the idea of miraculous money is not just about external events or lucky breaks. It's about transforming your internal world, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions about money. As you listen to this and begin to internalize these concepts, you will start transforming your financial landscape. It's a process of aligning yourself with abundance and opening up to the extraordinary possibilities that exist in your life. By understanding and consciously shaping your financial psychology, you create the conditions for financial miracles to occur. Throughout history, stories of miraculous money have captivated the imagination. From ancient alchemists seeking to turn lead into gold to modern-day tales of unexpected windfalls, the idea that wealth can appear in miraculous ways has fascinated us. While these stories are often seen as symbolic or metaphorical, they reflect a deeper truth about the nature of money and abundance. The intersection of the miraculous and the monetary is not just a historical curiosity. It's a concept that remains relevant today, particularly in how we approach our financial lives. By remaining open to the possibility of miracles, whether they come in the form of a financial opportunity, a sudden idea, or a new connection, you allow yourself to step into a flow where money can come to you in unexpected ways. In the end, the key to experiencing miraculous money is not just about believing in miracles. It's about taking control of your financial mindset and opening yourself to the opportunities that are already around you. With the right mindset, financial miracles aren't just possible, they're inevitable. If you're enjoying this audiobook and finding value in the content, we kindly ask you to take a moment to subscribe to the channel. A large portion of our listeners and viewers haven't subscribed yet, and by doing so, you'll help us grow and continue bringing you more high-quality audiobooks. Your support means a lot to us, and it's just one click away. So, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to stay connected and never miss out on our latest releases. The history of financial miracles is rich and diverse, spanning from ancient religious texts to modern-day testimonies. These accounts, which appear throughout different cultures and eras, often share a common theme. When individuals find themselves in desperate situations, something extraordinary happens to lift them out of their difficulties. These stories offer a glimpse into how faith, hope, and the right mindset can play a pivotal role in manifesting what many would consider miraculous financial outcomes. Take, for example, the story of the widow's oil from the Bible. A poor widow, burdened with debt and facing the potential loss of her children, has only a small jar of oil left. Miraculously, this oil multiplies, allowing her to sell enough to pay off her debts and live off the remaining income. This story illustrates that what seems like a hopeless situation can transform into abundance when divine intervention or unexpected opportunity comes into play. Fast forward to more recent history, and we find George Muller, a 19th-century Christian evangelist who ran orphanages in England. Muller, despite facing frequent financial struggles, had unwavering faith that God would provide for the orphans. On numerous occasions, when funds were nearly exhausted and food supplies were scarce, donations or provisions arrived just in time. These timely gifts often came in ways that defied logical explanation, and Muller credited his faith for these continuous miracles. Another striking example is the story of A.P. Giannini, who founded the Bank of Italy, which would eventually become the Bank of America. After the devastating San Francisco earthquake in 1906, many banks were unable to operate. Giannini, however, set up a makeshift bank on a wharf, providing loans to those affected by the disaster. His belief in the resilience of the community, coupled with his willingness to take action when others wouldn't, helped San Francisco rebuild. This leap of faith also laid the foundation for what would become one of the world's largest banks. These stories demonstrate that financial miracles are not limited to ancient myths. They are part of a continuum that stretches into the modern age, often arising at the intersection of human need, faith, and unexpected opportunity. Even in today's world, stories of financial miracles abound. Cynthia, a single mother on the verge of eviction, provides a striking example. Just when she thought her situation was hopeless, she received an unexpected call about an inheritance from a distant relative she had never met. This inheritance not only saved her from eviction but also gave her the financial foundation to start a small business that eventually flourished. Cynthia attributes this incredible turn of events to her persistent prayers and belief that a solution would come, despite how dire her circumstances seemed. Another modern example is James, an entrepreneur whose business was on the brink of bankruptcy. One night, James had a vivid dream that inspired an idea for a new product. Acting on this inspiration, he quickly developed a prototype and, by chance, met a major investor who took an interest in his product. The investor's involvement turned things around for James' company, not only saving it from failure but also propelling it to new heights. These contemporary examples highlight that financial miracles continue to happen, especially when individuals maintain a sense of faith and hope even in the face of overwhelming odds. Faith, hope, and expectation play key roles in inviting financial miracles. While faith doesn't necessarily have to be religious, it does involve a deep conviction that something positive is possible, even in difficult circumstances. This faith is what gives people the courage to take risks, pursue opportunities, and persist through hardships, creating the conditions in which financial miracles can manifest. Hope, on the other hand, keeps people open to possibilities. It helps them maintain a positive outlook when the present moment looks bleak, while expectation primes the mind to recognize opportunities when they appear. Expectation is particularly powerful because it shapes how we perceive and respond to the world around us. When we expect good things to happen, we are more likely to see potential in situations that others might overlook or dismiss. Together, these three qualities, faith, hope, and expectation, create a mindset that is open to receiving financial miracles. This mindset is one of the most important things you can cultivate if you want to attract miraculous financial outcomes into your life. At the core of a miracle-ready mindset is gratitude. Gratitude is more than just a polite response when something good happens. It is a deep-seated appreciation for the abundance that already exists in your life. By cultivating gratitude, you train your mind to focus on what you have rather than what you lack. This shift in focus raises your energy and attracts more financial blessings. Take a moment each day to acknowledge the financial miracles that have already occurred in your life, no matter how small they might seem. Maybe you're thankful for the ability to pay your bills, for the food on your table, or for the opportunities to earn money through your work. As you consistently practice gratitude, you may start to notice a shift in your overall outlook. You become more aware of the abundance around you, which in turn opens your eyes to new opportunities for growth and financial miracles. In my own experience, I've seen how this shift in perspective can make a real difference. When you approach life with an attitude of abundance, it becomes easier to believe that more good things are on the way. Miraculous thinking, which goes hand in hand with gratitude, is the belief that there is more than enough to go around, more than enough money, opportunities, and resources for everyone. It's the understanding that abundance is a natural way of life. To cultivate this type of thinking, challenge the common notion that money is scarce or must be hoarded. Instead, view money as a flowing energy that moves through the economy. Just as you exhale to make room for fresh air, consider how spending or giving mindfully can create space for new financial inflows in your life. Many people are held back by limiting beliefs about money. These might include thoughts like money is the root of all evil, I'll never be good enough for money, or rich people are greedy. Whether or not you're consciously aware of them, these beliefs shape your behavior and decisions. To develop a mindset that is ready for financial miracles, it's essential to identify and overcome these limiting beliefs. This is a fundamental step, much like learning the basics of a sport. Just as you must first learn how to dribble and shoot in basketball, you must first understand the fundamentals of money mindset. Becoming aware of your thoughts about money is the first step. When you catch yourself thinking negatively about money or dismissing the possibility of miracles, pause and challenge those thoughts. Over time, you can begin to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones, setting the stage for financial miracles to enter your life. The purpose of everything discussed so far has been to prepare you for activating miraculous money in your life. Every word was chosen to evoke thoughts, emotions, and perceptions about wealth. These concepts are vital because we're about to delve deeper into your subconscious and flip the switch that allows financial miracles to happen consistently in your life. Now, let's take the first step toward this shift. Affirm to yourself, miracles happen in my life on a continuous and consistent basis. Say these words silently or aloud, and allow them to write themselves into your reality. As you follow this process, understand that you are initiating a powerful transformation. You are now activating a new timeline, one where financial miracles become a regular occurrence in your life. Take a moment, breathe deeply, and become fully present. Feel the air filling your lungs and energizing every cell in your body. Just as air is freely available to you, so is money. With each breath, you're acknowledging the abundance around you. In this moment, remember that you are experiencing a miracle. Breathing is a miracle, and every time you breathe, you remind yourself that miracles are happening constantly. Money flows to you just as naturally as breathing. Allow yourself to stay in this moment, inhaling deeply, and as you exhale, let go of any stress, concerns, or resistance regarding your finances. Visualize a glowing golden thread extending from your heart, reaching out into the infinite field of potential that surrounds you. This thread represents your connection to the limitless abundance of the universe. Feel its pulse, alive with possibility. As you continue to breathe and relax, let your awareness expand. Picture multiple timelines stretching out before you, each representing a different future. One timeline, in particular, shines with a radiant golden light. This is your miraculous money timeline. Spend a few moments tuning into this timeline and focusing on the golden light that radiates from it. Direct your attention to this timeline, feeling it activate within your experience. This is a timeline filled with unexpected financial blessings, surprising opportunities, and a continuous flow of wealth. On this timeline, money comes to you in miraculous ways. Unexpected checks arrive, random deposits appear in your bank account, and lucrative opportunities arise from seemingly nowhere. Your investments yield returns beyond anything you've imagined. The work you love becomes more profitable, and you find joy in everything related to your finances. Now, feel this golden timeline deeply in your body. Notice how it feels to live in a reality where financial miracles are the norm. Fully embrace this feeling and know that, by doing so, you are aligning more closely with this abundant reality. Spend a few moments integrating and locking into this miraculous money timeline. See yourself from a first-person perspective, living in this reality. On this activated timeline, every day becomes filled with excitement and anticipation. You approach each morning knowing that financial blessings are not only possible but inevitable. This sense of expectation sharpens your awareness, allowing you to recognize opportunities you might have overlooked before. You feel inspired to take intuitive action, guided by your inner wisdom. Imagine yourself going through your day on this timeline. See yourself handling money with ease, joy, and confidence. Visualize paying your bills with a sense of gratitude, knowing that circulating money is part of the natural flow of abundance. As you give money generously, you open yourself to receiving even more. The act of giving is a crucial part of the miraculous flow of wealth, and every time you share your resources, you create space for more to come your way. The beauty of this process is that it doesn't require force or willpower. Simply by listening to these words and resonating with them, you are already shifting your vibration and activating a new potential. As you move through your day, carry this knowing with you, that you are now living in a miraculous money timeline. Expect miracles, welcome synchronicities, and embrace the unexpected blessings that come your way. Remember that the universe is always working in your favor, bringing financial miracles to you in delightful and surprising ways. You are worthy of this abundance. You are deserving of these financial blessings. You are a magnet for miraculous money experiences, and this is your new reality. Let this truth settle deep into your being. Take a deep breath now, fully integrating this activation into every aspect of your life. As you exhale, release any final doubts, fears, or hesitations. You are now fully aligned with your miraculous money timeline. This new state of being will stay with you throughout your day and beyond. Whenever you need a reminder of the financial opportunities surrounding you, return to this feeling of activation and alignment. Trust in the process. Stay open to the unexpected, and watch as financial miracles unfold naturally and effortlessly in your life. This activation is complete, but its effects will ripple through your reality, continuously creating opportunities for miraculous money experiences. You have entered your new financially miraculous life. Copyright 2024 by AudioBooksTube. Thank you for listening. Please consider to subscribe, like, and share to help the channel grow new videos on a daily basis.